Silence is a warning. Most people think God's anger looks like fire. They are wrong. Fire comes after the decision. Silence comes before it. Before every act of divine judgment, there is a pause so heavy that creation itself begins to tremble. You see it in Eden. You see it before the flood. You see it before Sodom. You see it before the cross. And you will see it again before the end. There are moments when heaven goes quiet, not because nothing is happening, but because something irreversible has already been decided. In those moments, angels do not sing. They do not move. They wait. And waiting angels are more terrifying than attacking ones. There are beings in heaven whose names we were never given, because humans are not meant to imagine them. They were not created to comfort mankind. They were created to carry out verdicts. Scripture describes some of them with faces we cannot picture, wings covered in eyes, voices like earthquakes. They do not feel pity. They do not hesitate. They do not debate morality. They only act when God speaks. And when God does not speak, they stand still, burning with restrained power. That restraint is the only reason the world still exists. When Adam sinned, it was not just disobedience. It was a fracture in reality. The ground did not curse itself. God restrained what the curse should have been. Death did not fall instantly. God restrained it. Humanity should have ended in the garden. Instead, it continued, because silence intervened. But restraint always has a cost. The longer judgment is delayed, the heavier it becomes. This is why the flood was not gentle. This is why fire fell from the sky on Sodom. This is why Egypt felt terror that could be touched. When restraint breaks, judgment does not arrive in pieces. It arrives whole. People drowned not because God was slow to forgive, but because the world had exhausted silence. People burned not because God hated them, but because silence had reached its limit. This is the part no one likes to preach. God does not warn forever. There comes a moment when mercy steps back and justice steps forward, and when that happens, even prayer stops working. In the days of Noah, people laughed while rain had never fallen before. They laughed until the sky opened. Then they screamed. In Sodom, people mocked warnings until fire erased memory itself. In Egypt, Pharaoh hardened his heart again and again, until one night, silence passed through the land, and firstborn sons stopped breathing. That night, there was no thunder. No lightning. Just quiet footsteps of death. Silence is how judgment prefers to arrive. That is why the cross should frighten you more than hell. Because at the cross, silence reached its highest tension. When Jesus hung there, bleeding, struggling to breathe, heaven did not respond the way humanity expected. No rescue, no interruption, no thunderbolt, just silence. But it was not empty silence. It was violent restraint. Every demon expected intervention. Every angel waited for permission. The Roman soldiers did not know they were standing inside a paused apocalypse. One word from the Father would have shattered the veil between dimensions. The ground would have split. The sun would have collapsed into darkness permanently. But the word never came. Instead, silence pressed harder. Jesus